So good morning. We're here on the border between San Pedro and San Juan. The tuk-tuks here only stay within their own towns. So when you're traveling between towns on tuk-tuks, they'll take you to the kind of transition point and drop you off. And then you can either pick up another tuk-tuk from there or just walk the rest of the way. I'm going to try and walk up as far as I can. I'm only about 8 to 10 minutes on foot to my hotel. And they told me it was mostly flat. So we'll see if it gets flat at the top of this hill. If not, I may switch to a tuk-tuk, but we'll see. But another beautiful day up here today. It's actually a little clearer today too. You can kind of see the mountains and stuff a little nicer. Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ian. I'm known as WanderBeard around these parts. And today's video we're going to be looking at the town of San Juan La Laguna here overlooking Lake Atitlán in Guatemala. So San Juan is my second stop here around the lake, and I've been here for a number of days now, and I really have to say that I've been really enjoying it. It's a beautiful little town. It's sort of a smaller sibling, I guess, to San Pedro, which was my first stop, but I've grown to like this town even more than San Pedro so far. So one of the reasons I've come to like San Juan so much during my time here is that it is firstly 95% roughly traditional Sutuhil Maya that are in this town. It has about 15,000 people living in it approximately. And one of the other unique things about it, at least compared to a lot of the other cities around Lake Atitlán, is that the city has a restriction on who can purchase land here and who can run businesses and stuff, so it's all entirely local. There's no foreign ownership in the town of San Juan, and I think that's one of the things that I like about it, is that it feels a bit more authentic, a bit more laid back, and a bit more real to me. So we're just going to take a walk up through here. This is one of the many beautifully painted and decorated streets here in San Juan, and take a look. So as I mentioned, San Juan is one of the 11 or so towns around the lake. There are some smaller ones on top of that. So along here, one of the things that San Juan is actually quite famous for is a lot of art. There's a lot of textiles, a lot of art galleries, painting, that sort of thing here. And you can see that obviously with the street that's painted and the decorations above it. All kinds of great coffee shops here, lots of good restaurants. I'm going to put a few pictures on the screen here just as I take a walk so you can see some of the different places that I've been to. One of the things I've really enjoyed here on top of the restaurants is street food. Every night here, same as most towns I suppose, but there's some great street food that opens up here around 5, 6 o'clock in the evenings, and I've had a chance to sample most of it at this point, and here's a quick video of the best sandwich I've ever eaten. So that stall there here in the center of town produces the best sandwiches that I've ever had. They call it a Mexican torta officially, and it is a hot dog and ham and a bunch of other meats and cheese and mayo and ketchup, and then she puts it on this roll slash bun and then toasts it on the flat top, and it is to die for. Absolutely delicious. Worth every penny there. 20 quetzales. And yeah, I could eat like 5 of these. But I'll stop at 1. Right in the middle of town here, one of the nice things too is we've got this open court area. I was here the other day and saw a bunch of kids playing basketball and stuff. Really beautifully decorated with all the paintings. So here's a sample of some of the artwork that surrounds this place. Some of it's really cool, really beautiful artwork. And like much of this town, very brightly colored. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what more you'd want. So we're gonna take the walk down towards the market. I'm gonna see if I can find some breakfast, maybe a coffee, and then we'll continue our little tour of San Juan. And here we are coming up to the sort of central market area. It's a Saturday morning, so it's pretty busy, which is good. Always great to see. And I've been here for, as I said, I've been here for a number of days. So I was able to go into the market here and pick up some groceries and stuff the other day. And inside this building and around this area, lots of opportunities to pick up fresh vegetables, eggs, those types of things. So it's been great for making breakfast most mornings. Super cheap. I picked up a dozen eggs for like $1.50 the other day, and then a bunch of vegetables and stuff too, which were like another $1 or $2. So it was super cheap, super fresh, and a great way that if you're traveling extended, it's a great way to save some money on at least one meal a day, and then go from there. So I had just stopped here at Las Margaritas Comedor for some breakfast, which you can see here on the screen. And that's fantastic. It was 25 quetzales, including the coffee. So that's like $3 US, $4. And super friendly, great food. And as always, everyone here is super nice. Just want to show you this road here. This is the road of, they call it the road of the umbrellas, and you can see why. This actually goes all the way right down to the water. So if you want to go catch a ferry to one of the other towns, this is where you'd walk down. Fair warning, it is very steep. I was down there last night for some dinner, and the hike up the hill afterwards with a full stomach was quite an adventure, but good. But I mean, that's also, if you're coming to San Juan, that's probably the first place you'll come into if you come by boat. It's much easier if you're traveling. Like I came from San Pedro via tuk-tuk, and that dropped me off sort of just top of town, and it was only a 5-minute walk from there, so that was great. But yeah, if you're coming here with a bunch of gear and arriving by boat, you're probably going to need a tuk-tuk up the hill, because it'll test your endurance for sure. Absolutely beautiful day here again. Like every other day around here, it's been just amazing.